Guess what? I'm not your bra. Exactly.
There you go.
Yay! See, I think we're on. Should we call the meeting to order? Okay, roll call.
All right. Tom Sonic, the chair, is out today. He's been excused from the meeting. Carrie Netto,
Here.
Amanda Black,
Here.
Sharon Clark Williams,
Here.
Raquel Soto,
Here.
Laura Strang,
Here.
Si Yang,
Here.
Lisa Wong.
Here.
And my?
Here.
Yay! Good job, everyone. Before we get into it, I just wanted to remind you, because I forgot and I didn't update my calendar, we're moving July 4th to the following Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Okay,
that's
good.
The 10th. Yep.
Good. The 10th. All right. And then adopt agenda. Does anyone have any edits or changes to the agenda, or can we go ahead as it stands?
Not sure I saw the agenda.
Isn't this the
Or
agenda?
No, oh, sorry. Yes, the agenda.
The agenda.
Sorry, the minutes.
Yeah.
I move to adopt the agenda.
Adopt. Okay. Do we get a second? Yay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against it?
Sorry, this is a technicality, but my understanding is non-voting.
Oh, non-voting can't.
Raquel just.
Okay.
Raquel's not a voter.
Sorry, Raquel.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't want to.
No, you're right.
I
you're
think
right.
you should, but and.
I second.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, moved by, oh, let me just throw stuff around. Look at, I caught myself.
You're getting a little nervous?
I'm just a little, okay, I had somewhere else, anyway. Okay, so moved by C, second by Sharon. Everyone's good?
Yes.
Aye. Any nays? No. Okay, Raquel, we still love you.
Eye contact. I felt pressure to say.
My fault, as usual. Sorry, Tom, I'm just not you. Let's agree. Adopt agenda, adopt minutes. See, now I did it. I didn't see any minutes on here.
That is correct.
Okay.
I did not attach the minutes on time. But we do have minutes done, unfortunately. It'll have to get approved in the next meeting.
Sounds great. We can do that. Meeting open to the public. I don't see anybody here. Okay. Public hearings. We don't have
What's
any.
the difference between open to the public and public hearings?
I think open to the public is people coming to say things, and then public hearings is like we have to make a proclamation. Correct me.
Yeah, so public hearings typically are around like ordinances or certain things where you need public buy-in from like a more formal like situation. So,
Okay.
yeah, say like the fence ordinance, that needed a public hearing. So there are some laws and rules that would require that, less for this group.
Yeah.
But I suppose to be Robert's rulesy, we have to have it just to be safe, in case we need it someday.
Robert's rules, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, commission business, updates, action items, and recommendations. All right, so I think first we have Project Snowy. I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's gonna be great. Do we have a rain plan in case it rains like it did just now on me?
The rain plan is to cancel.
Oh, I don't like that
Unfortunately.
plan. That's a sad rain plan.
Yeah, so it's not going to rain.
Okay,
That's what we
perfect.
decided
Good,
as the subgroup.
love it.
I would just like to say a big thank you to everybody for coming out on Snowy Watch. It was so exciting to have everyone there.
I really had a lot of fun. I
Yes,
really enjoyed
good,
it.
good. Just thank you for helping. Thank you to Laura, to see Stacy, Sarah, who aren't here, for helping planning over the last few years. It's been a long road. To be honest, there were a couple of times I thought we should just can the whole thing, but we made it. Tomorrow, our event is at 5:30. Today, I sporadically had an interview slash, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, I reached out yesterday to a social media influencer, and he came by today and has promoted Project Snowy and the Snowman in general. 1 Minute Tours is the name of his handle on Instagram and TikTok, for those of you who are cool. But he did a great job. He promoted the event for tomorrow and is fantastic. He I asked him last minute, and I was just so glad that he was able to do it, and it was really exciting. Art cart is going to be there. We have a coloring where kids can make their own Snowy. We will have maps available of final locations. Maya, do we have food ordered?
Yes, everything is all set to go.
We have food and beverages coming. It's going to be a fantastic night.
Yay.
And that's all I have. Do either of you have anything?
I have some extra printed invitations if you would like to take some and pass them out last minute to friends, family, neighbors, to get them to come tomorrow night because it is not raining. So,
Perfect.
yes.
I will take some of those.
All right.
And just want to very much invite everyone here and everyone who might be listening to please join us. We've been also posting and pushing information regarding the artists and the businesses who made purchases on social media as well through the city's channels. So please go and support those news.
I love the artist interviews. Those
Yeah,
are
they're
so
great.
much fun. My mom's like, oh my God, I love hearing all the stories.
And they've all been posted now, so you can see about all 8 of them.
Sweet. Wow, what a huge lift. Great job.
I have a question. What was the promoter's Instagram again?
1 minute tours.
Is
All
that
spelled
one
out?
as in the number?
Yes.
Spelled out?
All spelled out? Yep.
Awesome.
Well, thanks again. Amazing work. Thanks for organizing all of the community center and all the painting. I texted Amanda because I was driving home from dropping my son off at school again. And I saw the little Snowy getting driven down the road, and I wasn't fast enough to get a picture, but I was just like, oh my God, it's like happening.
Carrie is chasing after all
I
this.
know. And I got into this like comment with someone on social media, and I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't fast enough to get a picture. She's like, it had to go. It was going to melt. And hilarity ensued. It was fabulous. So wonderful. Okay, murals. Sharon, do you want to, oh, sorry. Did you have something, Lisa?
I was going to quick ask if you were able to touch base with City Manager Frandl about doing a tour of Big Snowy for this group beforehand.
Like
So,
inside?
Before I came here, I did speak with him, and he'll connect with you tomorrow about
Okay.
it. Yeah.
4:45.
Fantastic. I was asked today if you could go inside, and I was like, I've never seen inside. I don't know what's inside there.
He needs some work. He actually will be going up for repairs here soon. I think his hat has needs a patch. But
Poor guy.
but it is something we had discussed, maybe an opportunity for long-term with this group. So we'll see.
Love it. Thanks for advocating for this group, Lisa.
Doing my best.
Sharon, mural update?
Okay, on the murals, we are still looking for a partner within the community that would like to have a mural on the side of their business. So we are here, available, reaching out to you, and we'd love to hear from you because I really believe that mural art would bring so much to the community of North St. Paul. And we have got some great walls out there that are just crying for art. So, yeah, let us know.
I just saw one of our local businesses repainting his exterior walls.
We saw that. Yeah, we were talking about that.
I thought, what a shame.
Same. We're on it. We're trying. Yeah.
And last time, I think we talked a little bit about the potential of the EDA. I did let them at least know that that should be considered as one of the components of the facade program that they're looking at. So maybe if we don't find somebody, that can be tied in. So it's just kind of one program, ideally. But again, got to work through that.
Yeah. Love it. Look at us organizing.
Is this something where we're reaching out to businesses, or do we ideally just want them to come to us?
Well, we wrote up, I guess, an RFP, request for proposals from businesses, and we sent it out to a couple, and it's honestly just been kind of difficult to make time to meet with them. We did have one that responded that they did a Snowy, so they weren't going to pursue the mural at this time, just And then the other, I think we're just still trying to make contact. And then anybody else who's interested, we have the RFP and can share it.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you got someone in mind, let us know.
I was thinking the history cruisers, like, have that big wall.
Oh, yeah.
Max, since it's right on the,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
because they own that little corner, right? I think so, but there's nothing.
The little white building?
It's across from Max and across from the bar. I don't know my cross streets.
Oh, I think you're the white.
Cross which way?
Yeah.
If you're like coming down and going
On Margaret?
This way.
Towards Max?
yeah,
Away from City
towards
Hall?
Max,
Mhm.
and it's got like the History Cruisers emblem on it.
The old bank building, and right now they have advertisement for the new apartments.
Across kitty corner from that.
Okay, I've got it.
Did I pull up a map?
There, Max is on 7th and Margaret.
Yes,
Are you crossing Margaret or 7th?
crossing 7.
So right next to Roddy's bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old Federal Bank building.
It's next to that new restaurant by the it's on the cat side.
Oh,
Oh, Kate, yeah.
That's the
It's
case.
the cat side. Love it.
I'm so sorry.
That's crossing Margaret then.
Okay, crossing Margaret.
I'd like to make a
Used to be
motion that
J and
we-
K Catering Building.
Yes.
Cat building.
Remind me to learn my streets.
It's all good. We're all learning.
No, that would be a fun.
Yeah, they've got kind of a decent chunk of wall.
I think the restaurant owns that building right now.
Yeah,
Oh, do they?
we'll have to reach out. Cool.
The den.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I think Gabriel's, you had mentioned, had expressed interest in Loves.
Yeah, Gabriel's was, I think because they did the snowy, they were,
Oh,
They did not do a snowy.
oh, I thought they did.
One of their artists painted.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm confused. Yeah. Okay, so they were like, yeah, that's cool, but we'll pass it this time.
Okay.
Utility boxes.
Well, so the update is that we have reached out, or Maya has reached out to our student who has entered, and we are still waiting to hear back from them. I believe there was a date of 6/10, so in the meantime, we will patiently await, and then I will help do a second reach out if necessary. So right now it is, as far as like the North High utility box project, that is a little delayed. And so depending on the response we hear, you know, like we probably won't be looking until like a mid-July or late July wrap for the box. As far as I believe our little subcommittee also met and had discussions on an additional utility box, but I can hand it off over to my friends.
So Sharon and I are working on the lighting for an art project that would allow us to have kind of the heart hands art wrapped on a utility box. And so we don't want to create shadows with that, so we're working on lighting, but would hope that maybe one of the car shows we could do the project, so.
That's cool.
Are we still aiming for the June 14 car show?
Yes, because that will be the biggest gathering and give us the most opportunity of the variety of hands. So there are a couple of things that need to be taken care of, but I think it's best to let's get Snowy out there and put to bed, and then we can take care of all the details regarding the Heart Hand project the following week. And in the intervening time, I'll be doing some shoots of hands with volunteer people around me to try to get good lighting so we can handle it all ourselves.
Handle it?
Truly
Hand.
Oh my gosh.
Clever.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
An Arts and Cultural Commission project.
I love it. That's awesome. Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, so be on the lookout. It will be on a big, on one of the bigger Switchbox gear boxes. So we tentatively did identify one, but we will wait to finalize that at another time. So please come out and to the car show on June 14 to share your take hand pictures, right?
It'll be good.
Awesome. Great job. Art cart.
No big updates. Our first one will also be the car show with our car craft.
Tomorrow.
And tomorrow's, yep.
What's the car craft again? Is it?
So you make a car out of a paper plate, half a paper plate. And then we'll also have another activity where you can cut out like a one-sheeter car and fold it so that it's a 3D car.
Oh my gosh.
Does that make sense?
Paper art. I love it.
Beautiful.
That's great. Do we have any volunteers signed up to help out with that during the summer? Because we were going to try to do, what, music in the parks and stuff?
Yes. I still haven't heard back about if there's a church that wanted to volunteer and reaching out to them.
No, we haven't received any news about volunteers at all, unfortunately.
And were you able to reach out to New Haven? That was the church that was, had expressed interest? Okay. But you reached out to them?
No, I didn't.
okay.
So
Okay.
maybe Sarah did, but I could check with her.
Yeah.
But to my knowledge, when I asked her about volunteers, she said she hasn't received any news.
Got it. Thank you.
This is for people just to be there.
Yes.
Yeah, just help lead a craft and,
Well,
So
I
we-
will presumably be there on the 14th.
Yes, I think the 14th will be covered.
Okay.
It'll be the next few that will want volunteers. We need at least 2 people on.
Well, yeah, I'll email the
Wait.
availability.
and is somebody here doing the social media? Because it's like amazing.
I believe that's Sarah.
Sarah, it's Sarah. She's wonderful.
She's so good.
Yay for Sarah.
Yes, huge props to Sarah. Perhaps once we're done with Snowy, we can put a volunteer call on our socials because it feels like we're starting to get some momentum going there, which is great. Look at me just delegating to Sarah. Poor thing.
I do have some news to update you when we get down to staff updates.
Is it good?
Good news.
Okay.
There's a communications person who started today.
That's really good news. Oh, sorry.
It's
I don't know
later.
anything. Paint and Sip. Paint and Sip is looking great, right? We have sold out one class and got a second one scheduled.
Yeah, so we got Swetha, the paint along, and her class would be July 22nd.
Awesome.
Is that the sold out one?
Yes, it was the sold out one, so we reached out to her and she agreed to do another class.
And I think I already signed up for that one. What night was that?
The 22nd.
No one's the next one.
Oh, wait, when's the other one? Isn't there, what's the first one?
The first one, oh yeah, the first one, I believe it's,
Oh, here. Oh, no, that's not it. It's in here somewhere.
yeah.
Do you have your packet from last month?
I do, yeah. Look at me, packet princess over here. June 17th. And then Jeremy is July 11th. Okay, and then her second one is June 22nd, right? Okay. I'm excited. Those are going to be great. July 22nd.
Yes, July 22nd.
Wonderful. Okay. And then Autumn Arts Festival.
No updates.
Yeah, we've been busy with some other stuff. I get it.
Just a tad.
Excellent. Any other subcommittee updates or things we need to discuss, checking about? Okay, one thing that I was trying to help with the outreach with the utility box and some other of the school district outreach, and one of the platforms that they use is called Peach Jar. And, you know, it's kind of a love-hate thing with Peach Jar, but since we are an outside of the school district entity, we do have to pay for that. I've just been paying for it because it's like, I'd rather have the word out there than not have it out there, but I'm wondering if we could include that as part of our budget for communications outreach. It's hard knowing when we're going to need to do one, so I'm wondering if we can pre-approve that expense moving forward, so that when something comes up, if we have to do another call for the utility box or what, getting student commissioners to join, just having that pre-approved, I think, will enable Mai to be able to go ahead and make those purchases on our behalf. So I just wanted to bring that up with the group and see if we could, it's, like I said, it's $20 or something, it's not a huge expense, but
Is that $20 like for the one shot kind of thing?
I think so. I'm sorry, I should have looked it up before I came, but I didn't.
I still think we have the budget for it and think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I would like to pre-approve.
Sweet, appreciate it. Do we need a motion and vote and everything? Okay, so,
I motion to approve the $20.
And I
sweet.
second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Could I ask a question?
Of course.
Did we only want to just pre-approve $20?
Oh,
Yes, I paused as I was saying it. I motion to approve using Peach Jar for any future needs up to $200.
whoa. Big spender. I love it. I'm going out with you tonight.
I'll second that.
Okay, seconding that. All those in favor of the generous motion made by Chair Black?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed or against it? Okay, wow, we did it. Look at us, making things happen. So exciting. Okay, reports from city staff, new city staff updates.
Yes, so our new communications coordinator started today, and I didn't quite want to overwhelm her yet, but I think she would be a great help to this committee. And then also, besides that, we have a new director, and his name is Riley. When his schedule permits, I'll invite him to join us, as well as the new communications coordinator, so that everyone will get a chance to work with her and him as well.
Nice. Do we have a name for the new communications person?
Her name is Ava. Sorry, I don't remember her last name, but it's Ava.
I just like knowing names.
Do you know, Mai, if the events will fall under her purview now?
That's something that we still have to discuss, since we have 2 new staff, and I'm new myself too, so we'll figure it out. We'll let you know.
Yes. Okay.
Do you happen to have any like quick background info on Ava? Like what is her suit or strengths or?
Yes, so she does have some communications experience too, and she has worked at other cities in the past. She's from Canada, and I think she will be a great addition to our city.
Wonderful.
That's so exciting. International.
Sorry, could I make one last question? Could I ask one last question?
Please do.
Are we releasing any press releases for the grand reveal event for Project Snowy?
So the media that we had reached out to, they haven't responded back,
Okay.
unfortunately. Sorry.
Great.
I'm sorry, I have a question as well.
Please don't apologize.
Can we,
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
do we need a release for taking photos of people's hands for the car show?
Ooh, good question.
Of people's hands.
I think if
For
they,
the art, for
I
the-
think if they
It's not identifiable.
verbally agree to it, then it's,
We want to ask. You're the artist. You are the artist.
You know, I would.
And attorney.
I would say to be on the safe side for minor children
Yes.
especially, we would need to have their parents sign a release, and we need people to sign a release because their hands, even though we may feel they're not identifiable, are going to be on the side of utility box for years to come in the city, and we want it to be okay. Like, they may, I mean, I don't think we're gonna be asking people to remove wedding rings or whatnot.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to say after they get a divorce, I don't want my hands on the utility box with that ring on. No, it's our art and we can put it on the utility.
I never would have gone there. That's amazing. That's such a good story.
You've
to-
seen things, haven't you?
Yes, she's lived it. She's walked it.
We do want just like a sheet at the top where it says, you know, that they're releasing all interest in the art and that if this person is a minor, I am the adult and I am giving permission for their hands to be photographed, to be used for this. And we are not paying you for this.
Yes,
the
I
city-
agree.
Does the city have a template for that, or
We can draft up a template. for
Okay.
it, Yeah.
or if I don't know?
Yeah, I
Sharon,
would
if you
check
have
and
something?
then,
I think we have something similar to that for the utility wrap box, but we'll have to take a look to see if it's applicable to the hands.
Yeah, making sure.
Because, you know, I want to make sure that the wording there is, you know, correct.
And the minors too. I like that.
give it to the
And could it just be like a, you know, like a petition where it's like sign?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I would anticipate, that it would have a paragraph, a disclaimer, whatever at the top. And then people would just
Sign it, yeah.
And then usually like they have an extra line like, you know, Joey and I'm his mom. Yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
Excellent, thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks. Good questions. Okay.
Thank you.
Budget update for June 2024.
Yes, so at the last meeting, I believe we reallocated 500 from the art cart to the Project Snowy, and then 200 from the branding and communications to Project Snowy for the invitation cards. And as you take a look under the Project Snowy item here, the invitation cards, I was able to find a coupon for it, so it went from almost $180 to $77.
Nice. Woo!
I felt really proud of myself. That's a big saving there. And the food that I ordered, you know, it didn't even come close to 500. So, but that would be for June's. It'll fall under the June budget.
But basically, we had a bunch of extra money in Snowy that we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I would like to, because I have this right, formally donate that money to the community center. I know that's not possible. I'm just,
I'm like, okay, where do we start with that?
I know, Lisa's like, how can I make this work?
Stop coming if you keep torturing.
Mike, can I ask, has all the artists been paid at this point yet?
So for the artists, we've cut out checks for them, and we can only pay them the day of that they're there. But I do have all their checks ready to go.
I thought they were mailed out.
We could mail it out if that's what they would like, but it would be after the fact that they have, you know.
No, sorry, I was
contract.
emailing with Sarah at one point during Snowy Watch, and she said at that
Oh,
point
you
that
mean-
they had already been emailed or mailed out, the checks.
Sorry, I apologize. I'm thinking about the paint along night and.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, no, I'll have to double check with Sarah on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As far as I was last told, all the artists have been paid.
Sweet. So is the 2,300, is that like our actual active balance, or do we still have expenses coming in?
There's just the food coming out of that, I think.
Yes.
That's it? Mm-hmm. We paid for the clear coating and everything? Mm-hmm. Dang. Good job, guys.
Which is the 3,200?
Yeah. TBD, wait for some surprises next month or
I
something?
guess. I mean, let's double our food, right? I mean, that's where my mind always goes.
We could purchase half a Snowy with that.
Let's do one more. Everyone's got time for that, right? Okay, any questions on the budget? We don't have to adopt anything, right? We're just looking at it and being,
Yeah.
that looks great. Thanks for keeping tabs on it. Sweet. Thanks for keeping that running list going. I find it really helpful.
I do too.
Sweet. Budget and project proposals for 2025. I was contacted by Laura Greenlee Carp, who is on our Parks and Rec Sister Commission, about a project that she was thinking might be fun to do as a community build project, like a woodworking project. And so I thought she was maybe going to come and tell us a little bit more about it tonight, but nope. And then I was talking with Mai about looking ahead to the 2025 budget, because I know you had, I can't even get all the words out. I'm so excited to be here. Amanda,
little art gallery.
you had so many ideas, and then I came up with some ideas, and then I found our old list of ideas from
Smart sheet.
the Smart Sheet. I went back in there and pulled that out. So for July, Tom is suggesting that as our new business, we talk about what we want to do for budget and projects for 2025, because in July, we'll be past Snowy, we'll be past our car show event. It'll be time to think ahead to 2025. I'm sure everyone on city council will be so grateful to us for
Very
planning
much.
ahead, for planning ahead that much. Anyway, so just to plant that bug in your ear, that's what we're going to focus on next month. Any thoughts or questions about that? You wanted to add something? Do we have some?
do encourage everyone to just brainstorm for ideas and the amount that you think it might cost, and bring it to the next session. We can talk about it.
Sweet.
Do you want to facilitate a discussion? I'm just joking.
Always.
Wow, we're like cooking through this.
And then also, if everyone can just continue emailing me
Okay.
those ideas, I could compile a list together. Unfortunately, I can't use any other platforms that's not used by the city. So I encourage you to just email it to me, and then I will compile a list. And then at the next July meeting, I can print it out and include it in the packet so that we would have an idea of what everyone's thinking.
Love it.
But great ideas.
Yeah.
Gary and Amanda, both very great ideas on some of the projects that you had mentioned. And I encourage everyone else to do so too.
Sweet.
Careful, you might fall in Sarah's trap. You guys gave me too much. Actually, I remembered a question. Do you have the time that Snowies are being delivered tomorrow?
So 9 o'clock is the time that the company is willing to let us go. And Public Works did want it to go a little bit earlier, but I guess 9 o'clock would do. I will, because you guys still have to put the sticker on.
Right.
Yep. So I will make sure that Randy or Ron reaches back to me and let me know when they've delivered it so that you guys can go out there and place it.
Okay, so 9 o'clock is when they can pick them up from
Yes.
Tivoli too.
Yes.
Okay.
I brought the blankets. Do I bring them in here? Or just keep them with me and then we put them on in the morning?
My Laura has moving blankets to cover the snowmen. Is it okay if we leave them here?
Oh, definitely. You could leave it here and then just come pick it up from me tomorrow.
We're all going to be there tomorrow, right?
Is anyone not?
Full house.
See you tomorrow.
Good, if you say no, I was going
Great.
to
Yeah.
use my pen.
Bring your friends and family.
Oh, yeah. I had somebody texting me today. She's like, what time is it tonight? I'm like, it's tomorrow. Come on. Get with it.
There's limited parking, so just.
Yeah, I know. I think I might walk.
Anybody who can take different type of transportation or park further away and walk would be helpful.
Or park over at Rotary Park and take the gateway over. That's a gorgeous walk, right?
Yeah,
And it's not that far.
Yeah.
I'm planning on biking down, I think.
Oh, nice.
Have you really? Dang, Sharon. Don't.
They've instructed my entire family to park in my driveway.
I have another thing I have to ask.
You better apologize.
C, do you have a question?
I do. I have a question. And I'm not going to apologize. But this is just going back to utility boxes because I I forgot about a question for my team and also for this group. Since we're looking at budgets, did we want to ask for a spend, or did we need to ask for a spend on anything that might need to be done for the Heart Hand project?
I'm confused about budgets and if we have the money, can you spend it without approval, or do you need approval?
Well, I don't work for the city, but I think, let me just plow in as usual. Mai, do you want to take that one so I don't say something wrong?
You know, it depends on what you're looking at and what you're planning to get. When these budgets were allocated for the specific subcommittees here, was there ever a discussion about what that would cover? And if there were no discussion, then I would recommend to, have a motion and vote on the spending.
Yeah, I
Be
think
on the safe side.
I agree. I think as long as it's within the project scope of the intent, so you're going to make the handprints to cover a utility box. Therefore, in my mind, any expense related to that would be part of the project work scope and would be acceptable. Does that ring true to you?
From my perspective, that sounds like it would be sufficient, yeah.
I think it's just, if we rearrange, like we had been voting the last couple meetings to rearrange things from other places to cover Snowy.
Yeah, that's different.
That's, yeah, because that's like going between line items, but I think as long as we're using it for what it was intended, we're okay. Is that okay?
Great, yep. Because I just want to make sure that then any accessories or things that need to be purchased in order to, get the project going.
Yeah.
Beg,
can do
borrow,
it.
and steal.
Without having to have
Yeah,
come out of someone's pocket, so.
right. Well, and it's coming up, so. Sweet. Commissioner reports. Raquel, do you have anything you want to report?
Nothing here.
Sharon?
I do not have anything.
Okay. I just went to a really cool embroidery as narrative thing at the district, and it was so moving. It was all these women who have immigrated here, and they came together, and they just embroidered out their life story. And one of them wrote it out in Spanish, and it was translated for us, and it was so moving. And it's so nice to have those experiences where it's the power of art. It's great, and being on this committee is great. So. Yay! That's my report. It has nothing to do with, I'm just excited for tomorrow. I mean, come on, let's get real. See, what's new with you?
Well, I dropped by the Mahar Asian Market over by the HOW /
Subway and-
Target, across from Target. And if you haven't stopped by, I encourage you to. It's a very cute little shop if you haven't yet.
What'd you find?
It's a very typical Asian store.
Yes.
With so if you like, yan yans, if you like Pocky, if you like.
My household, this is getting very off topic, is making gochujang, or not, we're making bulgogi.
Oh.
And I needed to purchase gochujang, and the stuff I got from Cub looks very Americanized. And I'm just wondering if there is a more authentic gochujang possibly there.
I did not look specifically. I didn't see as much Korean
Okay.
ingredients, but that's not to say they won't have it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you should go check it out for yourself.
I will.
So, yeah, I think I'll end there.
Wonderful. Amanda?
I'm excited for the end of Snowy. I mean, for the launch of Snowy.
The big review.
The end is in sight.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I would like to publicly thank Amanda for putting in 40-plus hours of Snowy Watch. She was the constant for us, and it was a pleasure to get to relieve some days and get to be in the community center, which I think is a treasure and we should protect. And then also being there and getting to show my daughter the library and, you know, getting her first library card. It's just been a really great couple weeks.
Cute. I love that. That's so neat. Report from council liaison.
Okay, let's see.
Bring the mood down. You're going to bring the mood down.
That's how I do. But yeah, unfortunately, over Memorial Day weekend, you may have already heard, but we had a shooting at Casey Lake Park. It was the situation was there was a graduation of a resident here, and they were caught in the middle of it, my understanding. But there were 4 injured, no fatalities. There were over 100 rounds shot.
Oh my God.
So there was a automatic present. There was a large response from about 9 different agencies in the metro area. So, I mean, all the way Woodbury, Washington County, Sheriff Ramsey County, Maplewood, White Bear Lake, Oakdale, our PD, and I think 2 more. So there was quite a response, and the BCA now has taken over the investigation, and then some of the agencies do have smaller involvement. There is some peoples of interest, but no arrests have been made yet, and so we'll just keep you posted as I learn things from the chief and whatnot. So, but you know, just really sad to hear you know that happening at a graduation party in our community, and just really hoping that we can address the violence and make sure that everyone's okay before and after. And
No
yeah.
arrests, 7.
No arrests yet. Yeah, but they have some people of interest, and they were able to find some like cell phone and things in the park, so they're looking through that. It takes time. So, but there's no, you know, general threat to the public. So that's all good. So sorry, I did bring down the mood, but and the family is doing better. We had our audit recently of our 2023 budget, and for the most part, we are clean and clear on that. There was one finding for a state statute violation around a staff dental care RFP, so that process was not followed, but it's been addressed in the audit and has been discussed with our team in addressing that moving forward.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get a cleaner financial report.
Yeah.
And then just to add a little bit to the staff updates, we had mentioned that Riley Graham is the new community development director. He introduced himself briefly last night at our meeting. He came from the city of Osseo as a city administrator. His background is in city planning, so he started out there in planning and found his way through that. And moved up, and then he also has a background, I think, in public administration as well. So I think he's somewhat local around here. I think he lives around Roseville. So I plan on shooting him an email to invite him to tomorrow's reveal. Do you know if he's going to be there, or if he has stated anything?
I haven't received a confirmation from him yet, but I did give him an invitation card.
All right, thank you, Mai.
That's awesome.
And we also had a big discussion around the community center. That was part of our workshop. There was some discussion about the RFI, so that the request for information, we had put out a request for information to just see what partners are out there, and in what capacity do they want to partner with the city? Is it on a an occasional basis, or is it something more long-term? So unfortunately, we only got one full RFI completed and returned, but there has been 9 other inquiries that were taken over the phone. However, there isn't anything written down in regards to what that entailed, and so we just need more information, and we'll see where that goes. And then, let's see, there was some debate on whether or not we get a project manager or a consultant at this time. So there's a little discussion about that, and it went back to the conversation wanting to go line by line of the reward letter again, to determine whether what happens when and if we're in compliance, was what I heard was some of the concerns. There's also some concerns about the financial component, of course. That's always a focus. There was concern about a potential gap. So we received about $5.3 million from the state and the federal government. And with that, and with Wold Architects' proposal and presentation and the work that they've done, that only leaves us roughly about $1.7 million of a gap. And this is all for renovations, like pretty much just for the building component of it. So we do have about a more or less $1.7 million gap, and the question was posed to council whether they were comfortable with that number. And of course, there was some pause there, and I think that's a sticking point for us as a council. And so I think, the next steps, my understanding is that we, I guess, review the letter again, or,
Even, okay.
I will take questions.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had someone from the state come to, the actual program manager for this program?
There was a representative from DEED, and he sat with us to discuss the process and really we ended up just going over the invoicing side of things, like we would apply, when we made our expenditures, we would submit our invoices, that process. And there was some language that we were reviewing, and there was, more people wanted to discuss that and go line by line and see what they feel comfortable with. If they don't feel comfortable with anything, then their thought is then the question about $1.7 million is a moot point. I did recommend that we really do need a full feasibility study. I think and again, I will be very clear that that is my own opinion. So we will see whether a consultant will come to do that feasibility study.
Thanks, Lisa.
Amazing, thanks for all those updates, thanks for all your work.
You're welcome.
Mai, any updates from you?
No, this is it. We're all set for tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
Amazing, me too. Did we do everything?
Adjournment.
Adjournment, okay. Anyone want to leave?
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Woo, any opposed? Yay, we're done. Thank you. Thank you.
Early.
That's 7:18. Woo!